Hey guys, Kevin here from Pwnzonegaming. Today we're going to be continuing with part 5 of our Minecraft survival tutorial series. Now if you haven't seen the other parts of this series, parts 1 through 4, I recommend going and checking those out, otherwise you might be a little lost as to where we are in the series. So what we're going to be covering today in part 5 is basic mining. Now I haven't really gotten too far into mining, we've kind of looked at a couple of different blocks, but I haven't really gotten too far into it, and what we're going to be doing is showing you how to strip mine. We're going to be looking at a couple of different blocks that I haven't introduced to you yet, and then I'm also going to show you how you might be able to find caves, and then later on in the series we're going to do some cave exploration. So this isn't going to be a super long video since my last one was fairly long, so let's get started by going to multiplayer, and we'll join our survival server. Alright, so here in Minecraft, you can see I've worked on my house some since the last video. I haven't quite finished everything up, but that's not the focus of today's video. So what we're going to be doing is going down to where I originally started mining. I had told you guys I was mining some stone offline in order to have enough stuff for the house building tutorials. So what we're going to be doing is going back down there. Now I have done a pretty extravagant amount with this. And what I've got here is basically I've started strip mining. Now strip mining is probably one of the most efficient ways I've found to actually acquire different kinds of ores. It appears we have a little bit of a leak here, so let's plug that. Somehow maybe an Enderman took one of the blocks that was holding that water back. Anyway, strip mining is one of the most effective ways to actually mine. If you can find a cave, then that will kind of lead you down into the depths, but if you can't, then what you need to do is strip mine. Now basically, strip mining is creating a serious tunnel down into the earth. Now there is a limit of how far down you can go. You can reach Bedrock, which is the furthest down. So basically you're kind of just going down, and any ores that you find on either side of you, you'll be able to collect. Now you are looking for more precious ores than just the stone and the coal that we've already discussed. And you'll see that if I put two of these little strip mining operations next to each other, I can cover a decent amount of area and collect quite a few precious ores. Now one of the things that I haven't actually mined any of because I haven't discussed it, I was going to mine some of this, what it is iron, offline, and I realized I hadn't discussed it in my tutorial, so I figured I better make a mining video. So what this is iron. You'll use it in a lot of different things. It's definitely one of the more valuable items in Minecraft because you can use it for tools, you can use it for certain items, you can make bowls out of it, you can make shears, you can make flint and basically steel in order to make fires, all kinds of stuff. So this is what iron looks like, and you can mine it with just a regular stone pick. So as we go down further, I have uncovered some other stuff. I found some coal in there, and I'll try and get down here as fast as possible. What I did find at the bottom there, I don't know if you can see it yet with all this bobbing, is a piece of gold. Now, I was pretty excited about that because gold is one of the rarer things in Minecraft. The most rare is diamond and emeralds, which are newly added, but you'll hardly ever find diamonds and emeralds. At least they're much harder to find than things like redstone and gold and iron and coal. So here we have two different blocks, two new blocks that I haven't discussed in this series. One is redstone. Basically, this will give you, if you take and mine it, should give you some redstone dust. Now I'm not aware if you can actually mine it with your stone pick. Now I might actually destroy this. Some items such as gold for sure you need to have an iron pick in order to mine it, otherwise you can keep beating it and beating it and beating it, and eventually it'll just destroy it and you won't actually get it out. Now it appears that that's what's happening with the redstone. I did check the wiki and it didn't really say what pick you needed to have in order to mine that, but I would assume you have to have at least iron, and since we only have stone, we won't be able to mine that at this moment. Now I did mine some iron up there. We can take and put that in the furnace in order to make iron bars, and then we'll make a new pick out of that just like you would use stone for. But we'll probably be covering that in a future video. This one's just kind of trying to show you how to strip mine and how to get or make you a little bit more familiar with some of those blocks. So I'm going to ascend here. You would think it would take a little while, but actually you can go up pretty easy. Just holding shift, or not shift, I'm just holding the space bar down and pushing my forward arrow key, and as long as you don't have a stupid hole like I do, you should be able to ascend pretty quickly. So strip mining, again, is one of the most efficient things. Basically how you do it, we'll just set up a little strip mine here, is you just start mining in 2 blocks, and then you'll take and you'll just go down 2. Okay? So you'll need a torch. Now I don't have enough torches here. I'm a little ill-prepared in that fact, but here's what you're going to do. Just mine 1 in front of where you're standing, and you're going to mine down 2. So you're going to look ahead and you're going to mine these 2 out. Okay? You're going to mine the one in front of you, and you're going to mine these 2. And you just keep going and going and going, and that's basically strip mining, because you're just cutting out just one slender strip out of the earth. Now I can't go too much further than that because I ran out of torches, but you get the idea. Basically you just keep doing that over and over and over down into the depths of the earth. So one more thing I wanted to show you in this video, after we already discussed some of those ores. There are a couple more ores that eventually, once I find those, I'll be showing you. We haven't seen Bedrock. I found some, but basically Bedrock is the furthest down that you can go, and you can't really get past that unless you use some dynamite, and it's really tough to get through. So there's also Obsidian, which you can use to make portals and all kinds of crazy stuff, but we'll be discussing that later. And then, as I was saying earlier, diamond, and then there's bluestone, which I think you can take the ore from that and basically make different dyes and things like that. So redstone, gold, diamonds, and iron are probably the most precious things and the most probably important things you need to actually know about. So one thing I wanted to show you right here, a way that you can get around actually having to strip mine if you find that boring, or you don't want to do that, or you find this, which is kind of a convenient little natural element. I've marked it off as I showed in one of my previous tutorials, basically just making a pillar of sand or of dirt and then basically marking things so I can see this from all over the place, so I know where it is and I won't forget it. Now you see down there a skeleton, which I talked about in my last video, what those are, what they do. But I have a pretty deep hole right here, and basically if I can make a staircase of some sort down into there, then I'll have already a good start at a mining operation, and I can kind of get deeper. If I wanted to start strip mining from in here, then I would already be in there and a significant depth down. But a lot of times there's a lot of different tunnels and stuff you can find, and you can get down pretty far pretty quick and just see the ore, and you won't actually have to mine for it. So if you can find one of those, then that would also be very helpful. Now the only thing that's bad about that is you are in big, vast open areas at some points, and that makes you a little bit more vulnerable to things spawning and things trying to kill you. With the strip mining basically method, there's basically a one by one channel for you only, and you're putting torches down frequently, so there's nothing that's going to spawn behind you. But the benefit is that that's already mined out. You don't actually have to do it by hand and use up your picks. So I think that's basically about all I wanted to talk about in this one. I said it was going to be a fairly quick video. So that's probably about it. I'm going to probably mine some of that iron, and then I'll show you what you can actually do with it in the next episode, and we'll probably make some more stuff for the house, and possibly even do something a little bit fancier. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I will have another Minecraft survival tutorial coming out soon. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.